Have you ever just needed to wake up but you couldn't because you're lazy? You ever decided to wake up but you stayed in bed scrolling for hours on social media because you're a loser? Well, you can look no further because me, the smartest guy you know, have designed the perfect product that's going to deliver exactly what you need.
So let me use paint to demonstrate. This is going to be my bed. This is me sleeping in bed. As you can see, I got eyes, ear, hair, beautiful hair. And this is where the gun is going to be, with the camera attached to the top of it. So, first thing is, it's 9:59. Oh, now it's 10 o'clock. Time to wake up. The camera will detect my face. Location has been found. And then what's going to happen is, the gun will aim at my head and shoot water on it. So, clearly there's water all over my face. Now I've gotten up, I'm angry, I'm upset. The camera will lose location, but it's going to find my location again, and it's going to shoot water again on my face. For the face detection, I decided to use the OpenCV library. I read the documentation, looked at a few creepy photos, and I understood how it works. This is the line that imports the OpenCV library. Now this line over here.
This shit is so boring, so I'm gonna be skipping over the Python code, and I'm gonna post the code in on my GitHub with explanation.
All in all, the face detection works with the Python code. As you can see, my face has been successfully detected, even as I move throughout the shot. This is motor 1, it's 12 volt DC. This is motor 2, it's 5 volts DC. I need a third motor to pull the trigger. This is a 5 volt servo motor. Raspberry Pi is the brain. I needed a few measurements to take of the motors to make the motor mount and coupling, as well as the Raspberry Pi mount. Decided to use OpenSCAD, which is free and open source, to design the Raspberry Pi mount as well as the motor couples. Created an STL of all the components, grabbed them on my USB, put them in the 3D printer, and 3D printed that shit. Used a glue gun to glue everything together, because this is budget engineering. Decided to use duct tape just to be extra safe. By using 4 switches in an H configuration, I can reverse the polarity that goes to the motor, making it rotate both clockwise and counterclockwise. Use the L293 quadruple half H drivers to implement the motor control. By understanding the pin configurations and looking at the functional block diagram, I was able to figure out how to exactly to wire the motor together. Again, using paint, my favorite tool, to create the wiring diagram. And now with the wiring diagram complete, it's time to solder. Unfortunately, a couple of the pins broke, so we needed to desolder everything and use a different board. I decided to use the L298N H bridge. And since we have a lot of soldering to do, we are going to be using a little help from our friend Steven to do the soldering. Much better. Unfortunately, the motor mount broke and we needed to get it off the rotor of the motor. This was such a bad idea. I redesigned the thicker motor mount, and this time it's white, so it should be a lot better. Steven was kinda useless with one hand, so I decided to upgrade him. After sniffing a bunch of lead and other fumes, the wiring was complete. Now all that's left is making the Python code run automatically as the Raspberry Pi boots. As you can see, the gun was aiming at myself automatically, and it looked pretty good. All that's left is to go to bed, sleep, and wait for the device to wake me up. Never mind, I need my computer to be able to use the device, so I had to create a bed in my office. This horrifying sight is enough to wake me up. It's time to wake up. Step 1 is to get up from bed, turn on the power supply, turn on the Raspberry Pi, hit run the code, get back in bed like you never woke up in the first place, realize that there's errors running on your code, start debugging because something's not working. Watch as the device tears itself apart. After a bit more debugging to figure out what the problem is, I finally did it and got the gun to work.